Okay, today is August 12th, 2015, and we're looking at the Northeast Pacific Water Vapor Loop. And we can see that this high pressure right here that was parked over Texas for many days is now being moved uh, towards California. And this is very strange. Usually you don't see high pressures moving from the east to the west, but today we have an example of that. Yesterday this high pressure was over Texas, and now it's being moved right over this way towards California to block this storm right here, which has a lot of rain potential. And we have a triple-digit weather forecasted for the next 5 days. And in order to get this high pressure from that was sitting over Texas back over towards California, it's going to be spinning a lot of thunderstorm activity up into the state, into Arizona and California. So they're going to have to do that first in order to get this thing parked over here where they want it, near uh, Utah and the Four Corner areas here, right here where that pen tip is. So they're going to have to move this high pressure over a little bit more to get what they want, to block this low, which is sitting offshore. And let's go take a look at that. This is the 300 millibar chart. And we have this powerful looking low right here with a lot of pressure gradient. And then we have this high right next to it. And they're going to continue to move this high right over here. This is really bizarre. This is man-made stuff. When they can move a high pressure to the west like this. This is manipulation of the first degree. Okay, now let's go ahead and look at the hurricane Hilda. This here is 45 mile per hour winds and moving at 5 miles per hour northwest at 5 miles per hour. So that's what's happening with the hurricane. All right, let's go back to the big map again. And this low pressure down here has been completely isolated, and they're going to keep that isolated. The other thing I was going to show is the Hurricane Hilda up close is being blasted. You can't see it in this view. They've got some technical difficulties with this water vapor loop. So we're going to go and look at the infrared loop, and we can see a blast right there, right there. So they're killing it off. It's now 45 miles per hour, and they've been doing this very, very gradually so that nobody notices. All right, let's look at this in the visible light mode. It's even more pronounced. You can see quite a shock wave right there. Big shock wave, big HAARP wave. Okay. And this is let's go back again and look at the flow. This is quite a headwind that this former hurricane, was facing. There's quite a west to east prevailing wind pattern, yet we see this shock wave blasting out right against that prevailing pattern. That is a man-made event. That's a HAARP transmitter hitting that storm to kill it off. They're throttling it back very slowly, but they're killing it slowly and preventing that former hurricane, from hitting the islands. It was forecast to go over the top of the Big Island, but now they're saying it's going to go to the south. I don't think it's going to even make it to the islands. There's such a strong headwind here, and they're just slowly killing it. So we'll keep an eye on that. The water vapor loop is all distorted with images that don't make sense, and that's been happening for the last week now on different maps, where they don't want people to see events that are happening that they shouldn't see. I kind of see the pattern here. where certain maps indicate storm cells being blown apart, and usually it's either the visible map or the water vapor map that is being blown apart, and then they have technical difficulty with that. Anyhow, this map now is appearing to cycle through all the images no problem. So as I'm speaking about this, they bring it back, and it's okay. So now it's working okay. We can see what's happening. But I have noticed this trend where you can't, some of these maps don't work when you really want to see them. All right, back to the visible light mode. We can see that shock wave very clearly right there. And each blow they give to this storm knocks it down a notch. It's down to 45 miles per hour. Probably tomorrow it'll be maybe 35, and not much of a threat. So they can steer these storms, they can kill them, they can create them, steer them. And my question is why is California in a drought when we have a low pressure sitting offshore? Why is California in a drought? We've got thunderstorms for 1,500 miles here, and yet somebody with a transmitter's built in high pressure here and blocked it. Same here. We've got rain right in this system here, and Southern California and Central are not getting rain. Okay, we see the technical wizardry of what they can do with these storms down here and all over the place. They can isolate storms. We can see that going on here. They can re-steer the flow. We see that going on here. They can build an electronic wall with a phased array transmitter, cutting a knife, just like a knife cutting through this water vapor. They can do all these things. Why can't they get rain into California? That doesn't make any sense. So they're obviously the rain is being prevented for some financial reason. Mainly, I believe it's the money. Follow the money. I think that's where it lies. That's the reason. Wall Street, weather options, weather derivatives, all that sort of thing. California provides a lot of food to the nation. I think I've read it's between 1/3 and 1/2 of the produce and different things. So it's a big. California provides a lot of food as well as a lot of other things. But anyway, that's the situation today. That hurricane is being blown apart, continuing to be worked on. Right here we can see that. Okay. All right, so if anything new develops, we're going to keep an eye on this high pressure that's moving out west from Texas. We'll keep an eye on that today. And if anything new develops, we'll post that, and we'll do another one later. Okay, that's it.